There you are, right there.
Here I am.
One on the right.
He initially had the two singers on the left, and then he wanted a fuller vocal sound.
There's the Taj Mahal.
That's
Oh
right.
my goodness.
So he hired the two of us. Like I said, he had the two girls initially, and then he wanted more vocal, and he hired us. So the parts were kind of given out at that time. But as the show progressed, the two of us on the end had some other features that weren't in, because this was made in the very beginning of our tour, and we toured with them 3 years on and off. So there was a lot more added, and I had some featured spots, but this is what I got for now, because this is in the beginning. But hey, what an experience at the Taj Mahal, and what we had to go through to get over to that spot right there. We had to cross the Ganges by foot.
That's a river, right?
The Ganges River by foot. And interestingly enough, it was the season that all the bugs, what do they call them? The flying, the mosquitoes were hatching.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good. And
we were all like in panic, you know. We'd all had to get the shots, obviously, to go over there, and there were people dropping like flies because they were being careless. They drank drinks with the ice cubes. They forgot the water that made the ice cubes was the same, you know, the water that makes you sick. So I'm telling you, even in that shot, filming this, there were orchestra people and crew people that were sick as dogs. But the show must go on.
Definitely.
And we actually had bug repellent, and you know, we felt kind of grimy because there was no way to rinse off, because this was a platform that they built for us, our set, so that it was the only space they could build it, which was on the dry part of the Ganges River. And so we had to cross the what was left of the river, and by the time we got there, we were like all hot and sweaty, and we're like, oh, the bugs. And it was a neat experience, to say the least. But we just gobbed on our paint, you know, and the show must go on, you know. And we did have the bug repellent all over us, and we actually had nets that we'd throw off to the side too. Anyway, it was an experience. But then when we did go to China, it was like, it wasn't quite third world.
No mosquitoes allowed in China?
Between. Well, they boil their water there, and you know, there's a little bit a better level of, you know,
hygiene.
Hygiene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understand.
It was awesome.
Now,
both experiences were
what is your
wonderful.
favorite style of singing? You've done jazz, new age, pop. Have you done classical, like opera? Have you done that also?
With Yanni, and that was a couple of the songs on, if you've seen the video, and in the show we do some operatic songs as well.
What's your favorite? What style do you like the most?
Well, you know, I've done a lot, like you said, country even, and R&B and soul. I think for me, I have to say it's like a soul kind of pop. I don't know. It's sort of all of that, you know, my early rock and roll days and my, you know, pop and funk and all that. I don't know. I just love it all, but I think I'm the best at soul singing.
Is that what you're going to do for us today? Soul singing?
Yeah, I think I write mostly in that genre, sort of a soulful, you know, they can cross over, I think, and it's kind of eclectic, but it's kind of what at that time, this record was produced in between the Hiroshima and after the Yanni. So I was sort of going for more of a jazz, adult contemporary pop, like a Sade or, you know, something a little more sultry and soulful. So, yeah, I like this. My new stuff is similar, but I have a little more pop probably in it. Who knows? I
So
like
we
it all.
have this one here, and then we have this one here. Who is that celebrity behind those Foster grants, anyway?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
This one I did right after Hiroshima, and it was co-produced by David Holman, who worked with Olivia Newton-John on all her big hits, and it was an awesome experience. Also, Mark Williams, who's John Williams' son, he worked on both of these records with me.
You're very fortunate
He's
to
a
get those
fantastic-
caliber of people working
Oh,
on your
yeah.
projects.
Oh, and not only that, Yanni's band came and played for me on this record. So I'm like so blessed to have just the caliber of people, like you said.
Well, we're blessed to have you here today and learning so much about your fascinating life, and also to have a chance to hear you sing. She's going to come back, if you'll come back, and she's going to sing. Jeanette Klinger right here on Spotlight. Don't go away.